President Biden urging all Americans to get behind support for Israel following his high-stakes trip there earlier this week. Joining us now is Eli Beer, the president and founder of United Hatzalah, a volunteer emergency medical service organization in Israel that was among the first responders to October 7th's Hamas attacks. He's an Israeli-American who met with President Biden in Tel Aviv. You can see him right there on Wednesday. Eli, I appreciate your time. There's a lot I want to get to, but I want to start with the news that we just got from the IDF that they say a majority of the hostages in Gaza are alive. I know two volunteers in your organization were taken hostage. Do you have any information on them at this point?
Well, we're praying and crying all day for them and for the rest of the hostages. Our volunteers were kidnapped together with their spouses. And this is really the hardest part. Some of our volunteers were murdered. Some were injured. The ones who were captured, we're worried about the most. The ones who died, they had a funeral already. And they're buried. And everyone is sad and they're going to remember them forever. But the ones who are there, we all know the Hamas treatments. These are ISIS people. These are not people who have five-star treatments. And we're really worried about them. Everyone in Israel is worried about the people who are right now in captive by Hamas.
When you think about October 7th, when you think about what you're talking about right now, those who died, those who are currently being held captive, I was struck when the president was visiting with you in his public remarks. He quoted Yeats saying, "Too long a sacrifice makes the stone of the heart," and then said that none of your hearts have turned to stone. It feels like a good capture of what your organization represents. But do you think that's the case in the wake of such horror?
Well, I think Israel's united. And the beautiful part is United Hatzalah. We have volunteers from all sectors. We have Arab Muslim volunteers and Jewish ultra-Orthodox volunteers and everything in between, Catholics and Protestants. Everyone are volunteering in one organization in Israel. And during this time, more than ever, we all united. And our volunteers are down south now, helping people, rescuing people. During the first minutes of this attack, of this terrible worst terrorist attacks we ever had, we had two volunteers murdered. One of them was a Muslim Arab volunteer from Nazareth, and the other one was a Jewish volunteer from the south of Israel. And they were both busy saving lives, and when they were captured and murdered. And I think that resembles Israel. If you go around Israel now, Tel Aviv, Jerusalem, everywhere, you will see Jews and Arabs walking around, even hugging each other. We are all together against the Hamas here. We know, and I think the world now realizes, that the Hamas are not freedom fighters. They are not interested in having their own state. They want to destroy and kill everyone here in Israel. They want to kill our babies. They want to kill our animals. I saw it in my own eyes. I went into the homes of, unfortunately, the people who were murdered. Children were chopped up to pieces. But not only that they killed our children, they killed old people, Holocaust survivors that they murdered and tortured. They also did a lot of terrible things to animals. They killed animals. I saw one dog was shot 15 times. Why do you shoot a dog 15 times? What's the purpose? And I think the reason they all did this is not to fight for freedom, but to destroy Israel. And I'm so bothered by this because this, God forbid, could have been a lot worse. Think about 1,500 people were murdered. It could have gone a lot further into Israel. We had a big miracle.
Do you feel like medical professionals were targeted in this attack?
Yes, definitely. One of our volunteers, actually a Bedouin Arab volunteer of United Hatzalah. You know, I'm an Orthodox Jew. And I am so proud that I am together with volunteers who are non-Jewish, who are not like me, we don't go to the same synagogue. And when I started this when I was 16 years old, I started with 15 of my friends. We were all Orthodox. And we grew this, and we called it United Hatzalah. Hatzalah means save. And this Muslim Bedouin doctor was on the way to his hospital in Ashkelon. And then he gets a call from the Hatzalah. We have an app that calls you to the closest call. He didn't know it was a terrorist attack. Someone was laying in the street, and he got a call that someone needs help. And he didn't understand it was a terrorist attack. When he arrived on the highway, this was 6:25, he found someone in the street Then a terrorist jumped on him and caught him and started shooting him in his leg. And he started screaming in Arabic, I'm an Arab, I'm an Arab. And he started questioning him about, the Quran.
Right.
Once he realized he's an Israeli Arab volunteering for United Hatzalah, he had a jacket like this with an Israeli flag on it. They tortured him, they hung him on a pole. And they kept him there for 9 hours while they were shooting and killing people till the special forces were able to rescue him. We all feel it here in Israel. This organization resembles what Israel is all about. And right now, having you show the world what's really happening here, it's really important for us. We want to get this over. We want to go back to a nice, normal life, like in Palm Beach, like in New York. We want to live a nice, good life.
We appreciate your time. More than that, we appreciate the work that you and your team do. Eli Beer, thank you very much.
Thank you. And I want to wish a recovery for all our volunteers in Israel Rescue. We have so many people injured, also emotionally, by the way. We didn't speak about hundreds of emotional injuries and physical injuries. Thank you so much.